This poem is about the love people and animals share and the help that they give you emotionally and physically. My dog name is Asha.
I don't think there's a target group that cannot benefit from animals or the introduction or the use of animals in therapy.
They give you something to love and toils at night when you don't have anyone. They have a sense, they know what's going on. Every time I feel sad, he comes and puts his head or paw on my knee. Asha has made me grow in confidence. I was really nervous riding my scooter up the road on my own, but now I've got Ash, and it's like having another person, and I talk to him.
The reason why I'm in the wheelchair at the moment is I was involved in a motor vehicle accident just over 12 years ago, and I hit the left side of my head, and it's affected messages running to the right side of my body, and my balance has been affected a bit as well, so and also my short-term memory and the way I express myself. Sometimes I can't think of words or I forget things very quickly. So just writing things down, that sort of thing. It's been a struggle from time to time. It hasn't been easy. I've often got when I'm in a bad space, I just kind of try and be on my own and get back to why I am here and why, because I believe God saved me for a reason, and that's to bring hope and encouragement to those that are also less fortunate and differently abled. And I think we've just got to count our blessings every minute of the day. I think that's the only way we get through. I have a photograph just after I had the accident, and we had just gotten my kitten, and it was about the length of my hand, and I was lying on my stomach to stretch my legs, and it stretched its whole body out on its stomach as well. It was lying next to me, stretched out, paws at the top, long legs at the bottom, and it was just its whole body was lying stretched out right next to me, and I just thought, wow, the animals understand. They just connect with you. It's beautiful. It really is. Even when I sit here and listen to the birds in the morning, it's just lovely. It's beautiful. The connection you have with animals, they speak. They can understand you when nobody else can. You just have to look at them and stroke them or whatever, and they just calm you. They just speak to your soul. It's amazing. It really is quite profound. They don't judge the way you look. They're not interested in what you're wearing or whether you washed your hair or whether you're still in your pajamas. They just give you lots of affection and lots of love. And they bond to you, They talk to you without words. They just show you love.
in the morning she looks at me. Now I can just tell by the way she cocks her head that she's thinking, am I coming with you? Where are you going today? What are we doing today? The body language tells you a lot. I think she reads my body language and she's interpreting my movements, and likewise I'm interpreting her reaction to my movements. And through this way, each year you build up a stronger bond. And I mean, it's 5 years now, and I was actually thinking to myself the other day, at what stage could I say that we were actually best friends and that I could trust her? Because each year the bond becomes stronger, the love becomes deeper, and the trust factor is there.
People very often don't realize that dog has gone through very extensive training, cost a lot of money to get there in order to do that specific work. And what that dog can do for the person at home, opening doors, switching off lights, picking up things from the floor that falls down, putting stuff in the washing machine, taking things out of the tumble dryer, and fetching medicine, whatever the case may be. So that person's life depends on this dog in terms of whatever need to be done at home. Otherwise she or he would have needed a human person to do that.
It was just a natural reaction for me to want to have a dog in my life, and to want to work with an animal, and to have this beautiful bond of this creature who loves you unconditionally. They're there with you till your last day, till their last day, and will do almost anything for you and go almost anywhere with you. It makes you a softer, kinder person. You become more gentle. I was very aggressive in the beginning because I was angry and because I was bitter and miserable. And I know my customers and my staff told me when I received Wizard that Heidi was a different person now. People could now approach me and talk to me, and I wouldn't be bolshy and wouldn't be miserable and angry. And to this day, I often look at myself and feel, wow, why am I feeling like that? You know, you just have this overwhelming desire to love this beautiful creature by your side, and you're happy to go out and share the bond that you have with her. For instance, when I go and visit patients in hospital, it's just such a treat to see her performing and loving other people, and it takes me back, and I look at her through other people's eyes, and I look at this beautiful dog and what she's doing. I think like, wow, that's my dog. Look what she does. To see her jumping on the bed of patients in hospital or in the gym with them while they're doing their exercises, to see the joy on people's faces loving an animal is great for me, because I know that's what she's giving me at home. And to share that with everybody is just so tremendous. Well, having a service dog helps you be a stronger person from within, from yourself, besides the physical activity that the dog does and helps you pick up fetching and retrieving and getting you out into the big bad world. I have the independence of Wheels, and I have the independence with the dog by my side to give me that confidence to be happy, to be proud as a person with a disability, not to be ashamed of myself, not to hide myself at home, to go outside, put on your face, put on a smile, hold your head up high and look to the future, and show people that yes, I am still the same person. I may be a little bit shorter, I may sit in a wheelchair, I may need some help. But hey guys, I'm tackling this world and I'm here, I'm back. If we go anywhere and Olivia isn't with us, the first thing people will say to me is not hello Heidi, but the first thing is, well, where's Olivia? You know, where's the dog? So people are actually disappointed because they become accustomed to seeing your best friend by your side. People do not greet you first. it's, oh, hi, Olivia, how are you? Are you looking beautiful today? Are you lovely? And then they will look at you, oh, sorry, Heidi, I forgot to say hi, how are you doing? So that just shows you that that is the job that the dog does. They break down the barriers. Everybody recognizes you and your pet as one. You are a unique unit. Yes, she is a service dog. Yes, she is a working dog in theory. But when I describe her to anybody, she is my best friend. And in front of my husband, I will tell anybody, she is my best friend. I trust her. I will tell her anything.
So he was about 3 years old when he first got diagnosed. Yeah, we thought it was a hearing problem, so we took him for a hearing test, only to find out about a few days later he was actually diagnosed with autism. When he was diagnosed, the diagnosis that we got is autism, and that he'd never talk. So for us, Joshua being able to sing songs, although not clear, is fantastic. So from where we've come to where he is now, yeah, it's amazing. Since he's been diagnosed with autism, we've tried to do as much as possible for him in way of speech therapy, OT, he does horse riding. And I think it's just, you know, different ways to tap into what's going on in his mind, and just to try and get the speech out, and to try and get the behavior sorted, and trying to get him social as well. And then we've just recently got Casey as well, also part of Joshua's therapy. And I mean, I believe it's going to make a difference to him and to his life as well. And I mean, we see it around the house as well. He knows that Casey is specifically there for him.
A child who's been diagnosed with autism has a lot of difficulty connecting with the outside world, cannot communicate with parents or therapists, but do contact with the animals, react to the animal, and would like to touch the animal, or won't like to touch humans, for instance, or parents or friends, but won't mind touching the dog. Then obviously it's beneficial, because that a child might need it but can't do that, and the animal will help him overcome that bridge between him and people, or just filling a certain need to touch that people can't do for him.
And home for Joshua is a good place, a good space, you know. When he's throwing tantrums and things like that, I know he calls for me. So maybe instead of calling for me, what I'd like to do is that he actually calls for Casey. And when he was small, we used quite a lot of deep pressure with Joshua. A lot of hugs, a lot of squeezes. So what we'd like to do is actually use that with Casey as well. So Joshua would lay flat on the floor, and Casey on his tummy, and she would then actually lay on his back. So we'd actually put weight on his back, but Casey would actually be the weight. And he enjoyed it, and Casey liked it as well, because for her it's a game, and for him it's a game as well. We took Joshua on the walk with Casey, and Joshua ran off. But he held on to Casey. He didn't let her go. So he ran off ahead of me, and I had the other two kids behind me. And Joshua held on to Casey. Casey, on the other hand, knew that something was happening, that sort of, she got the feeling something, you know, funny was going on. And she kept on looking back to see where I was, but she stayed with Joshua. You know, she didn't try and pull him or lead him, she just stayed next to him. Yeah, I mean, it gives me peace of mind that he's not sort of running off on his own. And we've also taught Casey a command called lap. It's a work in progress, but also for also deep pressure, you know. So she would actually come and rest her head on Joshua's lap also. And also another way is that Joshua just stroking Casey when he's upset. Is also, we've used that here at home as well. And I mean, I believe the few occasions we've used it, it's calmed him. Because autism is, you know, the kids can they go into their space, into their little space. And what the dog would do is just try and, draw them out of that little space they're in, that little private wall.
It's the pet therapy aspect. It's the physical touch. It's that we keen on, and also the diversion from tantrums. When I say tantrum, I mean like lying on the ground and not wanting and not cooperating in a very bad way, and beating and hitting mommy or daddy or whoever it may be. I've not seen one in a long time.
In a while, yeah.
He still gets angry, he still gets tense, he still gets very irritated. But I think Casey has made a difference.
Okay. Josh is doing some horse riding today. He does horse riding every Tuesday, so that's once a week. And we do it for about an hour, and he's been doing it for about 2 years now. Really enjoys it. It's really good for his motor, his gross motor, sitting up straight on the horse. He's also learning to guide the horse with the reins, and yeah, he just bubbles a lot when he's on the horse and very happy. It's a very happy space for him.
Josh has come a long way. He used to have problems with his balance, also with interacting with other people. Sometimes he would get quite excitable, and he really enjoys his riding as well. He's passionate about it, and he just sits so beautifully on a horse. His balance has improved hugely. He's been coming, for about 2 years now. Basically what we do is we teach people with disabilities to horse ride. We offer the service free of charge. We are a unique charity in that aspect, as there is no other charity like this in South Africa. Riding horses for people with disabilities has been proven to be very good therapeutically. The movement of the horse in walk encourages a multi-dimensional movement from the rider and a response from the rider's body and the rider's brain. So it helps improve muscle tone, it helps with what goes on in the brain. And I'm not a therapist, so I can't get technical about this, but I do know that it can help improve brain function. It helps children to concentrate. We've had children speaking for the first time while riding. We see kids becoming more self-confident, we see their self-esteem building, we see them becoming more relaxed. We see children's behaviors changing, we see them respecting their animals, respecting other people. So it certainly helps in a behavioral way and emotionally as well. Just being able to dress yourself, being able to eat, being able to tie your shoelaces. These are all things that children have been able to accomplish through horse riding, because it builds up their core stability, builds up their balance, builds up their coordination. And as I say, their confidence. This is so important because children they're worried to try something new because they don't think they can do it. But if they can do it on a horse, well then, they can do anything. And we've had wonderful stories from teachers and parents about children just becoming more open, being willing to participate. And when I started working at SADA, Katie was riding here. Her balance, her confidence, I've just seen a huge difference in Katie. And just the fact that she knows us all so well, and she knows all the horses and the dogs and the cats. And I think for her coming here, she loves her riding, and just coming here is a social experience for her as well.
Caitlin's got cerebral palsy ataxia, so that is a balance issue. She is afraid of falling. So, I mean, for her to get where she is today is actually quite an achievement. And she tries very hard. She follows pretty much everything I ask her to do. So she's very willing and keen, and she's a very pleasant child as well. And she's definitely, her understanding has improved a lot over the years. And of course, her physical strength has strengthened by comparison to when she first started. She was very weak by comparison. The movement of the horse mimics the pelvis, the human pelvis, and with cerebral palsy there's spasticity, so when the horse walks, it actually makes the pelvis move. And I try to also teach the riders to allow the horse to move their pelvis. And so wherever there's any kind of stiffness, that will be moved. And so therefore her physical strength is improved because the circulation and her muscles are being, I mean, I ride, and when I get a horse, I mean, I ride every week, I'm always stiff, and I mean, I can feel I've worked out. So from a muscle strength point of view, it's definitely improved her there. So from an emotional point of view and a confidence point of view, it's definitely built her self-esteem. She can see that she can achieve amazing things. I mean, when I first told the leaders that were with her to move away from her, the very first time I ever did that, they thought I was crazy because, oh, how can we do that? And she just amazingly just copes, and she does really well. It actually makes her, as I say, dig deep and see that she can actually, oh gosh, look what I can do, you know. So I think definitely from overall, it has improved Caitlin's physical, mental well-being, everything, the whole picture. There's one gift that you can give to children, is to build their self-esteem, and that's the only way you really have an effect over society, because they take that into their mature years. And if you're confident and you've got a good self-esteem, it generates in everything that you do and what you do for others as well. So, and that I feel that they get from horse riding, because not only the physical movement, but the emotional and the seeing that they can actually achieve something and that they have that power over the horse. I think my biggest thing that I feel that animals give to human beings is the unconditional love. Because none of us, I mean, as much as you love your child, you're still conditional. Whereas animals will keep giving. They can trust that animal. And there's very few situations in our lives where we can let go of our inhibitions and in other words, we're always wary, always skeptical to some extent of everything. Whereas with an animal, you can trust that animal completely to love you no matter what.